Hey there! Are you starting your own business and struggling because you're afraid to put it out into the world and thinking, why? Well, this week I'm getting vulnerable and sharing 5 mistakes that I made when I started my own business, and hopefully my vulnerability will help you expedite the process of getting your business out into the world. I'm Katie from Moon Design Lab, and I love to work with female entrepreneurs and help them share their stories through their website. I'm pretty excited to share these mistakes because I think they can be beneficial for everyone, regardless of if you're starting your own business. So before we get started, please subscribe if you haven't already to stay in the know and keep in touch. And while you're watching this video, if you like it, please hit the thumbs up button. That would be pretty dope and I would appreciate it. Furthermore, I have in the text below a link so you can subscribe to my newsletter and stay in the know and receive a love letter from me every week in your inbox every Thursday. Well, now that that's done, let's get started. Alright guys, let's get started. Mistake number 1. This is a big one, and it is being afraid of the opinion of other people. This really held me back. I'm quite the people pleaser, so, the opinion of other people and what I was doing, that kind of weighed heavy on me, and that would impact how I was showing up in my business. But, I'm getting much better about it now. It took a while, but realize that people are going to have an opinion no matter what, but that belongs to them. Their opinion doesn't belong to you, and you get to decide who you take advice from. If that person that has an opinion about what you're doing isn't someone you would ask for advice anyways, then you can really let it go and not focus on it. Everyone will have an opinion, and you can either decide to carry that opinion or let it go and let them own it. Yeah, that will make a big difference and help you show up in a more authentic way because you won't be influenced by what other people are saying and doing. You'll be able to show up and move forward in the way that you see fit and best because you're listening to your own voice and not other people's voice. So this problem of being afraid of other people's opinion leads me to my second mistake that I made, which was I wasn't talking about my business. I barely talked about my business for probably the first year that I had it because I was so terrified of what people would say, that they would have bad opinions about my work or, could be mean. People are mean on the internet. But because I wasn't sharing my business, nobody knew about it. Guys, that's a problem. Some people knew about it, but the general, population of my friends on Facebook didn't know about it at all. And, the people that I'm friends with on Facebook might not necessarily be my ideal customer, but they might have friends that are my ideal customers. So, you should start talking about your business right when you make it or when it's in the growing stage and you're starting to build it because you should be stoked. It is your baby. You are creating this thing and making a difference for yourself and other people. Plus, it's really cool, that you're taking the steps to do something for yourself and create something new. So really lean into your business and talk about it and share your journey. And, you can do this in a way that's not salesy, if you're afraid of sounding salesy, but just talk about it. Let it be known. Post about it so people know what's going on and they can start to get excited and be involved with what your business is doing. And that will kind of just branch out into your network. You can do this by sharing on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. You pick your avenue where you're going to share your journey and story. And stick with it and be consistent, and it will make a world of difference. Talk about your business, guys. Be excited. So that takes us to number 3, which is Playing small. I feel like this is probably an issue that a lot of women encounter. I can't speak for men, but men probably encounter playing small too. But, you know, it's really hard. Like, self-talk is hard. If you have negative self-talk about your business, that's really, you're kind of digging yourself into a hole, and you have to get out of that and build yourself up so you're not playing small. So you go after raising your rates and those big contracts and those clients that you would love to work with, but you're terrified to apply to work with. You just need to chase it down. Really, the worst thing that people can say is no. And that's it. If they say no, you just say, okay, no problem. You got practice like applying to the job, reaching out to them, honing your craft, and that's still learning and growing. That's awesome. So chase those things that you're afraid of and just be amazed by how your business will grow. You know, remember that you are in control of how you respond to things, and really lean into that. Know that if you charge a high rate, your skills are worth the high rate. Don't sell yourself short. Chase those clients that are big, raise your rates, especially when you learn something new, and keep going for it. Keep growing and keep honing your craft and iterating your business. All right, number 4. This is a big one and is particularly prevalent with type A personalities and people that are competitive like myself, which is a fear of failure. Guys, we're all going to fail. Let me repeat that. We're all going to fail. And it's okay. Failing is okay because that means that you're growing and you're learning and you're putting yourself out there to try new things. Once you start to get comfortable with failure and know that it's going to happen and kind of greet it with grace, you'll be good to go. You know, if you make a mistake, own up to it right away. People are pretty grateful and like happy if you are just honest with them about what's going on. Then you know what you did and how you can fix it, and know that you are capable and smart enough to fix it. And if not, ask someone for help. It's not a big deal. Failing means you're growing. Get comfortable with failing and knowing that it's okay. That means you're just growing your business. You're getting better. And finally, number 5, this is useful for people who are, you know, have like online services that they're providing for people, like web design, graphic design, things of that nature, coaching, copywriting. When I first started out and I was having a pretty bad month of not making much money, which, guys, is scary, even though I had a lot of money saved up as a cushion, I was using this method of applying to many jobs as possible on Upwork, and just hoping that someone would hire me. Because at this point, I was getting a little bit afraid that I couldn't do it, that I wasn't going to make it because I was having a bad month. When in the grand scheme of things, one bad month is pretty small. So when you do that and you just apply to everything, and you are anxious and nervous because you don't know what the outcome is going to be, and you really want something so you can make money, that kind of energy is portrayed in how you're writing your proposals and writing your estimates for potential clients. They can kind of feel that you are quite desperate. So the best cure for this, and what I started working on that made a world of difference, was being strategic in the jobs that I applied for. And whether that meant like 1 job a day, 2 jobs a day, or none because I didn't find anything that really resonated with me, that's how it works. Not spending hours and hours and hours applying, because I was looking for jobs that I would really love, that resonated with me, and I knew that I could actually do an excellent job because I was excited. So when you find work that you're really stoked to that you're really stoked to work on, it makes a big difference because your energy is different when you're writing. You're excited. That shows through to your potential client when they read your proposal. And, like, that engages them more because they see that you're excited about their work and not just the money. That makes a difference, guys. This is not all just about money and making, like, tons of money. It's about being helpful to other people and making a difference for them. And when you decide to do that, the money will follow suit. So, strategically apply for jobs. This will make so much of a difference. I mean, it is easy to get jobs that resonate with you. I kid you not. That is how I get all of my jobs on Upwork. I barely apply to them because I'm only looking for ones that I love. So when I find one that I'm stoked about and I write a proposal, there is a very, very high likelihood that I will hear back from that person and they will hire me, which is awesome. And I'm incredibly thankful for that. So I challenge you to only apply for jobs that you think would be perfect fit for you or moderately perfect fit, and see how your personality shines through in your proposal because you're stoked about the work. All right, those were my 5 mistakes that I've shared, and we'll recap them right now. The first one is caring about the opinion of other people. The second one is not sharing any information about my business. The third, playing small. The fourth, being afraid to fail. And finally, 5, which is applying to so many jobs without any strategy that I don't hear anything back. So, guys, I hope that this was useful for you. This brings up a lot of interesting and fun memories for me because it puts into perspective how far I've come in my business, and I'm incredibly thankful for that. It's all about learning. We're all growing, we're all learning, we're all honing our craft and following our own path and continuing down that path. So I encourage you to, take these mistakes and use them as reminders so you can overcome these barriers if you're greeted with them at some point. That's all I have for you guys. If you have any questions or if you, any of these resonated with you in particular, please let me know in the comments. I would love to chat with you about it and hear how you overcame these limiting beliefs. And again, if you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Alright guys, I'll see you next week. Goodbye!